The year is 1990X, and I haven't played Earthbound. Hi everybody, I'm Pafslash. Nope, redo. Nope, never gonna happen. Hi everybody, I'm Pafslash, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, we gave the Sky Bandits leaders some whooping, and in this episode, I have pursued them. And up there is the airship landing port thing. However, on the way here, there was a lot of Sky Bandits who would interfere, and we had to fight them. And their fights are, yes, pretty tough. So, fuck everything like that, let's just run up. But looky here. Huh? What's this? Oh, what is this now? I don't know. Perhaps it's the army. How'd the army find out about this place? That liar. Things weren't supposed to go down like this. Hey, get your dirty mitts off me. Hey, what's going on here? Everything. So these are the ringleaders of the Sky Bandits. I'm surprised there's such a young woman, too. How about you shut your yap and start taking some good pictures? What are the chances of getting another scoop like this? Oh, it's that guy. So how about it, Neil? Is this enough to help you write a decent article? Oh, you bet it is. I'm really grateful that you took us along. Oh, and would you mind if we took a picture of you while we're at it? What do you think, General Morgan? Do as you like. This plan was successful thanks to your genius. In all honesty, this is truly something to boast about. No, this is just a result of the accuracy of the Intelligence Division's analysis. And thanks to the cooperation of those of you standing over there. What? Yeah, that general's gotta be surprised. What are you guys... I mean, how the heck? What's going on, exactly? It's you kids again. Hey, look, it's Estelle and Joshua. But Bracers, why are you here? Just for the record, I tell you, we infiltrated this place one step ahead of you, again. And the entire hideouts has been subdued. We chased the fleeing Sky Bandit leaders up this way. But I never would have guessed that the Royal Army's patrol ships would be waiting. Once again, you've overstepped your bounds. With all due respect, General, it was because of them that our military strike saw this level of success. Therefore, shouldn't we in turn recognize their achievements? Do as you wish. I'll leave the rest up to your discretion. I'll return to the ship and see what information I can get out of these Sky Bandits. Very well, General. That guy is nice. That old man's as stubborn as ever. He's not a bad person, he just lacks a little flexibility. That aside, where are the other Sky Bandits and the hostages? The other lackeys should just be lying all over the place unconscious. That makes me laugh. And as for the hostages, we have them waiting in the same room they were imprisoned in. I see. You have done this nation a great service. Please leave the transportation of the hostages and cargo to us. Let's move, Captain Amanthea. Yes, Colonel. Wait for me, Colonel. Colonel? I'd really like to interview you kids, but this time the Colonel is top priority. But if we have another opportunity, I'd appreciate doing one with you too. See you later, Estelle, Joshua. Not even gonna talk to the other people, let's hear, besides Estelle and Joshua, okay. My, you had your whole shining moment uprooted and stolen just like that. You got that right. Don't let it bother you, Estelle. The Brace's role has always been that of the unsung hero, so there's no real reason for us to stand out. That sounds about right, yeah. Dad always made a point of staying in the background, too. Really? I never noticed. Where is Dad? I guess that's one problem we've still got to figure out. Where is Dad now? What is he doing? And why hasn't he tried to contact us? Looks like there's nothing else left for us to do here. In the meantime, let's get back to Bose and report what happened with the incident. We'll try and figure out what to do about your dad after that. Also, there is no music in that section. Just I thought to clarify. I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression about you was right. I knew that you would come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory, so I don't know if you could exactly say that we solved the case. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been so successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may very well have harmed the hostages. Agreed. Everything worked out because you infiltrated their hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done. You really think so? It's true that the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested, but it's a bit vexing to know that there are still some unanswered questions left. The men who appear at the Valeria Lakeshore and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that there's a lot behind this incident that we don't know about. Well, I guess we'll have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's really not much left we can do. Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier. I just hope that my work was worth the price of that Grand Chardonnay. Yes, in fact there was a change to spare. Wow, that's pretty good. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and if anything else comes up, I'd graciously appreciate your help again. Good day. And the maid just good days us out of here. Wow, nice that someone appreciates us. I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural that the mayor is as happy as she is. Now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people. If you say so. But I think it's safe to say that you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. Do you think so? At any rate, please just accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident. Let's see how much we get. South Block burglary. You receive 8. You see that? 8,000. 8,000 Mira. And we're still in a Junior Bracer 7 class, but it's good. It's cool. Here's the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. And this is from me. And we get the recommendation as well. Isn't this a recommendation from the boss branch? Is it alright to give this to us so soon? Of course, it would be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it. Thank you, Lugren. We'll work hard so we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation. Great work you do. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news. Sure. You're probably right. I wonder what on earth Cassius could be doing right now. Not contacting the guild is one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter. Yeah, it's definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner in Bose, I wonder where he could have gone. I don't exactly know who this is. Excuse me, please. Oh, it's just generic messenger boy. Or receptionist, I guess. Aren't you the receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter? You see, we recovered some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits, and among some of the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today. I appreciate you doing that, but wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when the airliner left Bose to begin with? It's actually addressed to the Roland branch, but aren't Cassius Bright's family members here? Wait, what? That's us, but... Oh, perfect! We contacted the Roland branch and they said you had come here. Here you are, this is the parcel. Estelle was given both the letter and the parcel. Okay, this is interesting. This letter, yep, it's in Dad's handwriting. It's addressed to Joshua and I at the Roland branch. It seems as if he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh, well that's good to hear. So that parcel is from your dad too? No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad by someone else. Huh, that's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Bye, Ted. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping arrest those Sky Bandits. You Bracers sure do excellent work. That's cool. And I think that a clue about your father would be mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs to read this letter if you like. Thanks, Lugren. Well then, let's have a look at its contents, shall we? Who invited you? Do you mind telling me? Yeah, exactly. Do you mind telling me what you're still doing here? It's just plain and simple curiosity, that is all. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind so I'd never be able to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because... Oh, how heartless and cruel can you be to a companion who's traveled alongside you? And just who is it that you have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Sky Bandit's hideout, I wonder? Alright already. You can be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Of course I understand. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Estelle started by cutting the letter's seal. Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you're probably finished with the jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you'll have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you both can succeed. Anyway, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work, and unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry that things turned out like they did, but you should be grown up enough not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to the both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working on Relent, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is a vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please give my regards to Sherazade and Aina. Cassius Bright. That seems like the type of letter your father will write. He touches lightly on things, but is full of consideration toward the both of you. Yeah, looks that way. The Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off. Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 months away, which means that this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to. That's... Forget about that and let's focus on what's in the package. With an unknown sender, that's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself, but we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad. Why don't you think of it this way? It was a package delivered by an unknown sender about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know. That's true. Olivier, don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually though, Olivier does have a good point. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. Okay, let's check it out. Estelle opened the parcel from the unknown sender. Inside was a shiny black hemispherical device. Also enclosed was a single memo with the item. What's this supposed to be? It's an ornament, although I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item the aforesaid group was carrying, so please take care of it. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis of it when you find an opportunity. K. That's it? Yep, it looks like the sender didn't write anything else. Shara, do you have any idea who K or Professor R might be? I hate to say it, but I don't have a clue for either. Your father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. If this is the only thing we got to go on, then honestly I'm about ready to throw in the towel. What the heck is this black ornament anyway? From the shape alone, it doesn't look like anything intended for general use. Although it feels a little similar to a battle ornament. Even so, it's still quite different. A normal battle ornament has slots in which to install quads, but this one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact. An artifact? Precisely. An artifact is an ornament created by an ancient civilization. Artifacts are the models for all ornaments produced today. They're still occasionally discovered in ruins, and for the most part, the Septine Church has custody of them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. But this one doesn't appear to be that old. It looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one almost seems like a black market item. Jeez, now look at what's happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Doesn't he know that we're all worried about him? Estelle, now he's getting a sketchy item from an unknown sender. What in the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Estelle. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking, how about we continue our journey? Huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? He said, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Yeah, he did say that, but... You've already managed to get recommendations from Relent and Boast, right? All that's left are Ruan, Sais, and Grand Soul. Only those 3. If you do jobs as we travel around to those other regions, you just might hear something about where Dad is or what he's doing. I think we're just worrying ourselves for nothing, considering Dad's skills. And there's also the possibility that he may have even traveled abroad. but I think getting off our own duffs is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. And we just might be able to find this Professor R too. Joshua... What? You're a genius! Estelle, what are you talking about? This is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or maybe even 10! Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So, should I consider that a yes? Oh, is it ever? Yes, yes, triple yes! Training to be senior bracers as we travel around Liberal, and exposing what that no-good middle-aged man has been doing in the process. I think you're somehow missing the point. Looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. So that is indeed that. And at the airliner, it is time for some goodbyes. Well, take care. I'm going to head back to Relent now. That said, I'm still a little worried about you two. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Give it a rest, Shara. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're doing this trip is to become senior bracers. It wouldn't be training anymore if you came with us. And if you didn't go back, the Relent branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We'll figure out a way to get things done. Well, if you insist. It's pretty rare for someone your age to be aiming for senior bracer status, so don't overdo it. And if you run into any trouble, contact the Relent branch, you got it? I'll come running no matter where you are. Sure, thanks, Shara. And the same goes for you. Don't get yourself too liquored up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Alright, I'll watch the number of drinks. Never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect fair, Shara. And why are you headed to Relent? Not to mention with Shara. That's because I've tasted all there is to taste of the local dishes here in Bose. And I thought it was about time I turned my attentions to another region. As for Relent's cuisine, I've heard the produce is just to die for, so that's what I'm looking forward to next. That's pretty much it. He says he wants to introduce him to a nice restaurant with some lovely vegetables or some such nonsense. He's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming along under the condition that he'd go drinking with me at the bar. I'll never see him alive again. Olivia, I really hope you understand what you promised her. Ha! I could die for the likes of the fine women and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. But after many agonizing hours of consideration, I've decided to accompany Fair Scheherazade instead. I think I'll be better off with you a safe distance away from me. Well, have fun, but I'm warning you, don't you dare make any trouble in Relent, you hear me? And here's another piece of advice. When Cher's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware. How dare you speak about your mentor like that, Estelle? Besides, Ina's coming along too. Yeah, and she's even worse than you. The gloves come off, huh? Is that perchance what you and Estelle were talking about before? Yes, Estelle said it best though. It was nice knowing you. Yes, it was a pleasure. Eh? The Relent-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Well, Ollie boy, it looks like it's time for us to leave. Come on now, we'd better hurry and get on. Shara, wait, can we talk this over? I'd really appreciate it if I had just a little more time to think things through. Surely you're not getting cold feet already. If you consider yourself a man, then quit acting like a ninny. Eek! Poor guy. See you later, Shara. Give our regards to everyone in Relent. Have a wonderful trip, you two. Poor Olivier. Poor guy. Like, I feel ya, bro. I feel ya. Oh well. But that is farewell to those. Indeed it is. And that is the end of Chapter 1, Disappearance of the Linde. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Pafslash, and in the next episode, we'll see about where we'll have to go for Chapter 2. Yep. And just as a quick note, just to give you guys a perspective on how long this game is, there's 4 chapters. Yep, there's 4 of them. This is what, episode 30 or something? And we're done with chapter 1. Put that into perspective a little bit, okay? Okay. Bye!